Okay. Hi, everyone. So we are doing today some reading and productivity sprints. I'm Clementine. Angela is coming. She is just walking her dog Atlas. So I will actually just try and start a small kind of reading sprints of like 15 minutes or so to get us started, and that way she can do that, and then we can chat a little bit. Um, okay, there we go. The sprint is there, and I'll start and see you in 15.
Hello.
Hello, let me just stop the screen.
For
Welcome,
sure.
welcome.
Welcome back. Oh, it is very wet outside here. It is raining very hard.
Oh,
Atlas is unhappy and also damp and kind of shaky. Um, and I am also damp, so life is grand.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yeah, I think I've been lucky visiting my dad's because the weather has been a lot better than where
Mm,
I usually live. Because like I live close to Paris, right? And the weather is actually colder than here in the west of France on the coast. And so like back where I live, it's like it's been snowing this week. And here we had a little bit of frost, but not too much. And also it's been a little bit
mhm.
more sunny than it is over there. Hi Maria. Yes, poor
Hi.
baby
Welcome back.
Atlas. He doesn't
Yeah,
like
he's
the rain. He
currently
doesn't like.
using my skirt as a towel to be like, I shall rub my head
Aw.
all over this until I feel better.
Uh-huh.
Honey,
Uh-huh.
okay. Come say hi. Say, I'm not that tortured. I'm just a little sad. Yeah, just a little.
Hi, Michelle.
No, not rain for us. Yeah,
Yeah.
or rain for
And
me.
for me here, no, we haven't had snow, but like where I live normally, yes, there is. So maybe I can show next time, like some pictures or whatever at some point, soon. But yeah. What are you reading today, Angela? What are your plans?
So I haven't started yet. I am going to be continuing the Poppy War. I have not read any more of it since the last time we chatted. So this
Hey,
is my cross to bear.
you're still doing better than me because I've decided since we chatted and since we did things last week and everything that I am DNFing Royal Assassin. So that means that's,
Okay.
a series that's off my shelves, two books off my shelves because I did have the whole trilogy. So I did really enjoy the
Yeah.
first one, but I did still think it was really slow, and I think that carries over, and that's, yeah.
Yeah.
So I am free to read what I want, and I'm reading this new release, Brimstone, which is the sequel to Quicksilver, and I'm having a lot of fun, except that I have been trying to read this for like a week because, I bought it a week ago on like a day after the release date or something like that, right? And I
Okay.
was so happy to find it in a bookstore here in France, and I was like, oh, this is like, an English edition in France. I was so happy that, the indie bookstore had it. So I got it, and I was like, I'm doing immersive reading because I like it a lot. But since I'm visiting my dad, I don't have a lot of time to do both, physical and audio at the same time. I had some time in the
Mhm.
car, but I would do audio or my Kindle, but not like immersive. So anyway, but I did make some progress today, so I'm like, you know,
Oh, you're pretty far in.
yeah. But it's like a 660 pages book or something, so still have some ways to go.
Maria, I really feel you. So Michelle is reading the Illustrated Encyclopedia of World Mythology
Oh,
and the
dear.
London Seance Society, which is awesome. But Maria says that she's barely been reading anything this month. And I feel you. I've been having a really hard time really getting into books this month. I think it's like
Mm-hmm.
there's some like political stuff that I'm concerned about happening. And so that's taking up a big part of my brain. And
Yeah.
I've been like much more social with online friends, um, playing Blood on the Clock Tower. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. So like my
Mm-hmm.
brain is getting taken up by stuff, my time is getting taken up by stuff, and therefore no reading is happening. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is, I suppose.
And
Um,
For me, since last week, I've been reading Up a Storm. So I don't, like even though it's been harder to read, physically, I still managed to read like two audiobooks and I DNF'd another
Mhm.
one on top of A Real Assassin. So I am making progress on my TBR and all those things, which is good.
Sorry, I have a bad cough. I should have tried to mute. I didn't even consider it.
No, you're good. Aw, I'm so sorry, Michelle, Angela, Maria, that your reading month has been terrible. I wish I could like transfer little bits of my, of my, I don't know how
It's
to say
okay.
it.
I mean, over the
But
summer, or Clementine, you were going through
yep,
a really big reading slump. I think kind
true.
of comparable to the one I'm going through right now. And so the ebbs and flows, they come with life and is okay.
Yeah.
I am excited to dive back in though. I was thinking about what we could potentially talk about. And since I'm on my last book and you decided to DNF Royal Assassin, I was wondering if you wanted to do like a recap of the 12 books we assigned to each other and like maybe a percentage of like how successful were we? Like
Yeah.
did we enjoy the books that we picked for each other? How did it go? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, without too many spoilers, I would say for the most part, yes. And also that's why I want to give you more, like rain for next year for our challenge. Um,
Mhm.
I do. Uh,
Exciting stuff.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I hope that I can, pass the contagious, like feelings of that. I'm hoping. But like Maria, we are thinking of buddy reading a sequel together of a book you love, a series you've really enjoyed. So hopefully that will work. Um,
Clementine, I'm gonna try something that I think will make us. Oh, that's very close.
hmm.
That too close? It's hard for me to stay in the middle. Never mind. I thought it would be. I wish there was an in between option that
Yeah,
makes this just a smidge bigger, but not that much bigger. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
agreed.
Do we want to dive in and do some reading and then chat when we come back?
Yeah, because that way I can grab also my reading journal, which is on the desk over there during the sprint.
Nice. And I have the list I gave to you, but I don't think I have a complete list of the ones you gave to me. So I might need to ask you
I
for that.
have the list of the books I gave to you, if
I
you
have
want.
all of my like ratings and stuff. I just don't remember exactly which ones were from you. Which die do you want me to roll?
I don't know. How about you decide today? Because I decided last time, so.
Okay, I'm gonna start with a six-sided die because I think that one's boring. We'll go from boring to interesting today. So six-sided die, boring.
Got it.
Ooh, we got a four, which I feel like is pretty
Ooh.
perfect. It's I think the right time of night to get like a 40-minute sprint in. Do you want to put it up or
Mhm.
do you want me to?
I think it's better. One day I will figure out how to put the sound with it, but yeah.
All good. No problemo. I'm gonna make it green today because green feels a little bit too springy. Let's try like an orangey something for fall for
Hmm.
oh that's too orange. Can I get an in between? Is okay, I guess. Oh, this one's nice. This is neutral-ish. It's kind of boring, but it'll be lovely. Okay. Atlas also wants that. I think this one's kind of Thanksgiving-y to me. It has
I mean,
Thanksgiving
it's
vibes.
it's hard with one color, right? To say like
Yeah.
this is like Thanksgiving, or even like one green saying like this is Christmas, or one red, right?
Well, the green that was an option was too springy. This is
Yeah,
springtime. This is not Thanksgiving
definitely.
time. So this is, I think, the closest to thing. Maybe this one's a little bit better, but I think I like this one more. So we're just gonna stay here in boring brown land. It'll be great, and good luck with your books, everybody. See you in 40 minutes.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Hello, welcome back. I was busy trying to figure out where my bookmark was, but
Nice. Did you find it?
yeah, it was just on the other side there. That's okay.
Good. Good,
So,
good.
how much did you read?
Um, so I started at 42%, and
Okay.
now I'm at 48%. So I made it about 6% of the way through the book. I'm almost halfway through, which is
Mm-hmm.
good. We're definitely very firmly in the school is over, war has started
Mm,
camp.
got it.
Um,
Yeah.
I I've definitely been like I find it to be less interesting. And it's a bummer because I think the rest of the series is way more about the like war stuff
Yeah.
than it is about the
Yep.
school. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep going as far as like in the series, but I'll definitely finish my reread for sure.
Uh-huh. So I did read like exactly 40 pages. So pretty good.
Nice.
The audiobook tells me I'm like 62% in, so you know. Um, and it's really interesting. I also there's this like very cute white fox in the story you can see here on the cover illustration.
Mm-hmm.
This cute white fox Onyx, and it's even cuter than in the first book. The moments with the
Oh,
fox, so I'm so happy about that. It's a tiny part in the story, but like
yeah. You love an animal companion moment. That's lovely.
yeah. And Maria loves Onyx too. And if you love Onyx, Maria from book one, you will love Onyx in book two for sure. Because we do see a little bit, at least like from, we do see a little bit more interactions with other people too, not just, with the main character, essentially. And Michelle did listen to 40 minutes, which is good because it means that,
Good
she wasn't
job.
distracted. And
No,
she also did some Christmas shopping. So that's good. I still
good.
need to do a lot of Christmas shopping. Well, I still need to do some crochet and everything. So I think from next week onwards, when I do some sprints, it's going to be some crochet
Nice.
for me with
Yep.
audiobook.
I am still knitting my sweater. It's much
Mm.
bigger now. It's
Yeah,
I'm
it
almost up
is.
to where I'm gonna do the neck shaping. It's you start in the back and go up the back and then down the front. So I'm almost halfway through. Ooh, yay. What's up?
Ooh. Mm. Okay, shall we look at the
Sure. Do you want to do your stat this round and I'll do my stats next round or the other way around?
Sure. I mean, I can't say. I think I do remember in the list which ones were 5 stars. I don't have so many. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but so I have two DNFs, which is strangely enough the last two picks I did from the stars. But
Yeah. I don't know. I
which
think that
was
kind of checks out. You
but
know,
also
you lose
that
steam a little bit. Maybe you're like a little bit less
yeah,
persistent,
and I
more willing
think
to put it down.
yeah, and for both the Magic Study and Royal Assassin, they were both sequels to books I did read like some time ago, and I did enjoy partly, but I wasn't too sure about continuing, right? So it
Right.
makes sense. Um, so I have 5 stars. I have one, two, three.
Woo.
Yeah, 3 5 stars. So I have Babel by Arth Kwong.
Mhm.
The Discord of Gods by Jen Lyons. Although, I mean, this one is like the fifth in one of my favorite series, so Um, and Middle Game by Shannon McGuire, I think. Then I do have like one, two. 4 stars. There's A Closed and Common Orbit, a novel love story, I think. No, that one was 3 stars. Sorry. Elantris, Empire of Sand. And then I don't even think I have like I think I have one 2.5 stars, which is like the Olivia Atwater, romance, fantasy romance kind of thing. Um, and 2 DNFs, and all the other ones were 3 stars or above, so pretty good.
Huzzah. Quite good. Any
Yeah.
requests for next year as far as like things that you noticed went really well for you versus things that went more poorly?
Well, I think the sequels is what it is because it's, it happens. Unfortunately, there's some series like I've noticed that, you really enjoy the first book, but then you never know with the second book. It could go like really well, and then you kind of know after that that you will probably enjoy most of the books after, unless, can always go downhill, I guess, but like it's a lot less likely once you've really loved the first 2 books. Um Well, I guess I'm fine with anything that you throw at me. I think you were pretty nice with me, to be honest.
I tried to split it 50-50 as far as books that I thought were quote unquote difficult and books that
Yes.
I thought were quote unquote easy. And I think
I
that
also,
ended up being relatively accurate.
yeah, I also tried to do it for you, but I think the things I thought were difficult maybe were not what I thought were difficult also for you. Um, and
Mm,
I judged a little bit poorly for some of them. So, yeah.
yeah, I think you gave me a lot of big ones, which isn't necessarily bad. It's
Yeah,
just,
no, no,
it's just, yeah.
no. But I'm definitely planning on going easier on you, hopefully.
Oh,
I don't know.
thanks. It's very nice. Yeah, I won't go through my whole list right now because I don't want to take up too much time. But I think just the period of
Okay.
time, like our reading tastes change over time, right? And like
Yeah,
honestly, I'm not picking up like 700-800 page fantasy novels all the time.
sure,
Um, and so I think that that was perhaps disproportionately represented on my list because it's disproportionately represented on like my physical TBR and on
sure.
my like the series that I've started. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that I actually like that really most of the books that fit in that category were going to be wins for me, at least not in the last couple of months.
Sure. And I think also my take also when I recommended these things were like, I did overwhelmingly pick some books from your physical TBR because that was something that you really wanted to focus on. And the second thing also is I was like, oh, that's fine because like she had DNFs all the time, and like if she's not, feeling like it, and that's fine. And then she reads so many other books, so it's fine. Like she can, sandwich a lot of other reads between those difficult ones. And certainly your reading hasn't been going the same way that they used to also before.
Yeah.
So, which might be because of me, and I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I don't think it's because of you. I
Yeah,
think it definitely has slowed me down to be like, oh, I want to focus on these things, right? Like, I think the
sure.
last 2 weeks of October, for example, were like primarily me avoiding reading Mistborn and just
Mm,
reading like a little bit each day. And so I
sure.
do think that really slowed me down, but I am also glad that I finished it. So it's like, it's
Mhm.
hard to kind of square that circle. Um,
Yeah,
I do think that I'm like lost a little bit of my reading mojo, which sucks. But I'm trusting that I will get back to it eventually.
sure. Sure, sure. And yes, Maria, you're right. I did give pretty good ratings overall. And I think we are excited to see what we give each other next year.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
need to see. Well, I am almost to the end of a row. Should we
ooh,
start reading again?
we
Since my hands
should.
will be free to die. If
We
anyone has
should.
a die preference, please let us know.
Yes.
Uh,
Please let us know. We're
Otherwise, I
begging
will
you.
be picking whatever I deem as the next most boring die after the D6.
I mean, maybe not the most boring, but the most annoying. The way it rolls after that is it's the D4. Has to be the D4.
Well, Michelle asked for a D10, and we must follow what
Sure,
the people
of
want.
course.
So here's our D10. We're going to multiply whatever number we get by 6. Ooh, and we got 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So we will be reading for, I always try to hold it up and I always do a bad job. 36 minutes. Ooh, huzzah.
Great. See
Okay.
you all in 36 minutes.
36 minutes. Good luck. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Let
back.
us know what you did during the sprint. Were you productive? How about you, Angela?
Yeah, I was all right. So I read, I'm at 54% now, which is fine. I'm definitely like, I remember this feeling the last time I read it, and I thought that it was just like where I was in life the last time I read it. And it might just be that I like happen to be in a similar place now. But I'm like getting
Mm,
tired a lot when I'm reading. It's hard for me to focus on what's going on. I'm not following all of the world building.
got
And
it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, like maybe it's me. I am tired. I like
Hmm.
almost fell asleep during that last sprint. So it
Aw,
could be me. But it's
yeah.
also possible that the book is not like super helping,
Hmm.
which is kind of sad. How about you?
Good. We had some reveals. We had like the title drop, Brimstone. I now understand what that means really in the story. So yeah, interesting. Also, like the main character, I mean, so she's learning a lot more about her powers, and it's interesting. She found um some information and instructions and stuff like that in a very fun way too. So yeah, it's been fun.
That's awesome.
I
Oh,
do like I do really like also I think the relationship between the two main characters, you know, the romance. Because like the he's he's letting her do things, right? He's not like he's coming, you know, and she's in danger. He's not gonna be like, oh, you're in danger, I'm gonna save you. He's like, do you need help? You're good. Okay, just rain down hell on those guys then. Fine. I'm gonna watch. So, you know, it's really fun. It's really fun because of that. But there's a lot of different parts in this, so I'm not sure how things will coalesce. I know that it's not the last book also, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a big like reveal cliffhanger like thing, and then I'm gonna have to wait a year for the next one or something. Right. So
yeah, that
but
checks
that's okay.
out.
That's okay. I think I can deal with it. But we'll see if I really can when I finish this one. But yeah, there's like fae, vampires, zombie-like creatures. Not really sure, right? There's some demons also at some point, and like so it's really interesting. I do like it. So yeah. Yep.
I'm
Um,
frantically finishing gathering my info for you.
mm,
Um,
got it. Got it.
I'm
Yeah.
almost ready. I'd say like 30 more seconds, and I can give you the rundown of
So I
everything.
can show to people this like nice like first edition. Like I think it's the British edition and it has
Nice.
illustrations in the inside. I think this is Carrion for whoever read the first book, and this is Onyx as a white fox, and he's also in the naked hardcover, which is pretty cute. Because like the otherwwise the hardcover is like really, you know, there's nothing really to it. It's like the title in big front in big letters with like a little bit of fire, I think, in some place, and that's it. Um, so yeah. Yep. Um,
Alrighty. So what I have noticed with the books that you assigned me this past year is I don't think any of them were standalones. They were all either beginnings of series or like further into series. So, oh, I forgot to hit pause on the timer. Sorry for the meowing. Um, so I think the real kind of statistic
Yeah,
that that matters is whether I'm continuing with the series or not.
sure.
So I'm just last one is the first law um, series, which I know I'm DNFing. I'm just looking for my rating for. Oh, I DNF the second book. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll go like bottom to the top. Um,
Sure.
I have two books that I DNF'd in the middle of reading them. That's Dangerous Outlaw and The First Law.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I don't plan on going back and continuing either of those series, which is kind of a shame, but also fine. I don't feel like devastated about that. Um,
Yeah.
then I have three books that, or yeah, two books that I read the book, but I don't plan on finishing the series. That's Black Powder War and um, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Both of
Uh-huh.
those I was able to make it through the book, but it was enough of a drag that I didn't end up
Sure.
wanting to continue. Then I have a series where I read the assigned book and I do plan on continuing. That includes
Ooh.
the Agatha Christie series. I read Death on the Nile. The Great Coat series. I read Traitor's Blade. Lightbringer. I read Blinding Knife and the following book in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Shatterglass, which is by Tamara Pierce, which I read.
Yeah.
Um, and that finished out that little series, but I'm continuing on in her bigger world. And then I have what I think is my biggest accomplishment um, is I finished two series. So Say Yes to the Marquess was a finishing of a series. And I read Alloy of Law, and then I finished the Mistborn series. I read the rest of
Yes.
them also.
Yeah.
Um, so I think those are two very successful ones. The only one on here that I really don't know how to feel about is I was supposed to read Weird Sisters from the Discworld series, and I ended up like soft DNFing it. I
Sure.
really do think that there will be a time in my life where I want to read the Discworld books.
Yeah.
Like I think that that will happen. I'm just not sure that it is happening right now. Yeah, and then just for a rating snapshot, like from top to bottom, my best rated book that you assigned to me, I have 1 5 star, and that was Traitor's Blade, the first of the Great
Okay.
Coat series. And I've
Yay!
got
I'm
I've got
taking the
several.
small win.
Yes, no, I mean it's a win. It certainly counts. I have a couple of 4.5 stars. So Death on the Nile was a 4.5 star. Alloy of Law was a 4.5 star. Um, and then 1 4 star, which was Shatterglass. Unfortunately, the rest of them were like 3.5 and below. But that's not a terrible percentage. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 5 out of 12 that ended up being like pretty good
Sure.
ratings,
I guess that all
which is
depends
pretty good.
also on your normal rating versus, what you rated, But I guess
Yeah,
we only have like 12 or even less because we DNF'd some and we might not have rated them, right? So like our statistics is not
yeah,
great for sure to compare, but like,
for sure. Well, my normal reading, it is very hard for me to find a 5 star. A 5 star isn't just a good book; it's like a good book that like makes me
sure.
happy or like makes me
Yeah.
excited, makes me like want to keep reading all the time.
Yeah.
That's what a 5 star is a very particular feeling to me. Um, I'll usually be anywhere between a 4 and a 4.5. If I really like it. It's like high
Hmm.
quality. I want to keep reading it, but it doesn't feel like magical. Um, a 3.5 is like what I give most books. I would
Yeah.
say like 50% of the books I read are a 3.5 star. Like it's my like
Hmm.
mediocre rating. You have to be kind of actively annoying as a book to get a 3.25 from me. Like there's something about it that's just like not
Okay.
working. And then if you get a 3 or below, ooh, bad in Angela land. Means
Okay.
that Angela did not enjoy.
Uh-huh.
If you
Uh-huh.
hit a 2, even a 2.5, we're like, whoa, what has happened? Life is
Yeah.
disastrous. So none of these books hit that. The lowest on the list that I finished was a 3.25, but definitely the DNFs would have been lower, probably
Sure.
around between a 2.5 and a 3 if
No,
I had
no, no.
finished them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's interesting to note
But
about
success.
the rating system also that you have like kind of like because I would say for me a 3 is most likely a is fine. It was fine, but I didn't really care about anything, and I probably should have DNF'd because I will forget it like in a month or so,
That's
right?
essentially what a 3 is for me too. Like not really caring about anything. When is it going to be over? Oh my gosh, we're still here. Why am I still reading it?
Yep,
Like that just
yep,
feeling of annoyance that a book brings with it because you don't really love
yeah.
it.
A 2.5 really means for me like because I don't give like quarter stars or something, but like 2.5 really means like it actively pissed me off. Something actively started to really, really annoy me enough
Yeah.
that I had to give it 2.5, right? And two is like everything was terrible, but there's nothing offensive about the book, so I'm not giving it a below 2 star or something, right? Because if there's
Yeah.
like 1.5 to 1 star, I have like very few books that are like this, and it's like I give them that because I read enough and there is something for me actively offensive to other people. But like,
Yeah.
just anyway.
Yeah, I don't often finish books that I find actively offensive, so that I don't end up rating them. I just leave them as DNFs. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the 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 very few that I have rated really low, like a 2 star, usually there is something that I think might be offensive. I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
made me feel uncomfortable. I'm not
Sure,
sure how, like,
for
I'm not
sure.
sure that the author and I agree from like I'm not sure that this that we like view the world in the same way, or like this feels wrong to me. Um, but
Mm.
often the books that I read that end up with that low of a rating are not books that very many people are talking about. So sometimes I'll look and be like, "Does anyone else? Am I being silly?
Yeah,
Like, am I being
yeah, yeah,
stupid?
sure.
Am I misinterpreting this?" So I
Yeah,
don't write like scathing reviews or anything, like accusing authors of things, but I do like if you see a 2 star from me, it's definitely an Angela side eye. Like, oh, what's
sure.
happening?
No, no. And usually I would say also if I give like a 2 or like a 1.5 star or 1 star, I think I have maybe a couple books with that, right? Even if I DNF them, I usually went enough into them and something offended me really badly. So I do give this rating and but I do put always like a review because I feel like it's really important and I don't want to feel like, I give like just the stars like this. I would say like a lot of the times I don't write a full review for things, about like, what I loved or things like this when I love it.
Sure.
Sometimes I do when I feel strongly about something, but I would say it's mostly when I don't like something about it. When I give like a 2 or 2.5 and something really annoyed me, I will put down, like just also for me, if I were to like, forget about it, forget what annoyed me so much. Because like sometimes, of course, like
Mhm.
the author might write another book, right? That sounds interesting to you. And then I would refer to like another book, the author, seeing is it the writing that was really a problem for me because then it could potentially be the same problem or things like that, right? So anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maria, this doesn't often happen to me. It's happened if, oh, we clicked at the same time. It
Yeah.
happens every once in a while. Most of the time, it won't knock me all the way down to like a 2 star if I really hate the ending. Most of the time,
Yeah.
it might take a 4-star book and change it into a 3-star for sure.
Hmm.
Um, but gosh, I can think of one where this happened where I really despised the ending, but it was like amazing right up until that. Um, but like very few, honestly. Um,
Yeah. For 2 stars, we all know that I'm stubborn in continuing to read some books. I think it's sometimes also
you
like
are,
I have like also been like following the hype a little too much, like, for like City of Brass, or like, the fifth season. There were so many other people who told me you love it and stuff, and you have to, like, like, and so I was like,
yeah,
maybe I'm not, maybe this is me, maybe this is weird, but maybe I need to get to the end of it to see if there's something I was missing, somehow. And I think I'm
yeah.
getting better at this, at also recognizing, it for sure, like in writing, what works and what doesn't work for me, but also with the character, the pacing, and everything, right? Um, yeah, I think for me it's the reverse for the FOMO, Maria. I think when like a book is really hyped a lot, it might take me a long time to read them because I'm scared of it and not feeling the same way. But if I have
Sure.
like somebody I trust, like a friend who really has like, similar um reading taste to me, tell me like, oh, I love this book, or like some people on YouTube that I know I have similar taste to, I will definitely be too stubborn and sticking it out because of it. uh you know but also, in some way, it's a way also to see how similar your reading taste really is to someone who you think it's similar to, right? Because there's always differences at some point. And I think it's interesting to see that. And I think with Maria, we actually saw that because she does love the City of Brass. And we saw something about me that I didn't even notice too much, is that characters with like heavy religious beliefs sometimes don't work for me. Not at all. So like, yeah.
Michelle and Maria are making a little pact in the comments to work
Ooh,
on their stubbornness in 2026.
yes.
I would love us to turn that goal into a measurable goal. How are we going to measure our stubbornness? Is it just purely number of DNFs? You guys can't
I
see,
think,
but Atlas is right beside me over here, and he's sleepy, and he turned over and
yeah.
he's asking for belly rubs, and I'm so happy. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think a measure, but I don't know how, if it will really show in terms of statistics. But the idea, if you're DNFing, it's really when you're not having fun, with the book. So if you finish it, you would probably give it a low rating, right? To like maybe 3 star. So maybe like a measure would be like looking at our, last year's statistics and this year's statistics, and especially do maybe a ratio of the number of DNFs you have done this year versus like the low ratings, right?
Yeah, Michelle doesn't DNF.
Yeah.
She needs to. So we can definitely work on that for you, Michelle. Maybe what we
Yeah.
need to do
Yeah.
is like take a look at Michelle's list and pick out the ones that we think are really awful and make her read them until she
Yep.
starts DNFing. And then once she starts DNFing, we can be like, okay, you can go back to picking your own books. Now you know
Yeah.
how.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I definitely was like Michelle, I think 5 years ago. I would definitely like read everything and even finish it. I remember even like in high school, right? I had this book. It was a classic that my mom, loved. And I started reading it, and the main character actively pissed me off, right? But really pissed me off. And I put it down midway through, and I had this bookmark, and it was sitting, like in my nightstand somewhere for like 2 years. And I finished it 2 years later. And I still remembered enough because it pissed me off, but I still finished it, right? So like
Yeah.
just I would never do that anymore. I would be like, especially like, I'm fine, I read 50%. He's not getting better. He's terrible. He's a
Yeah.
horrible human being, and I don't care one bit about following his life. But
Um,
ooh,
I do think that perhaps we should hop
yep,
back into reading. We've been talking for about 20 minutes, which I
sure.
feel like is a really long time.
Yep. I just want to acknowledge Maria's goal that she wants to DNF buddy read books.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to roll a d12.
Yep,
That's hard.
that's
My thing, I don't do buddy reads. I find buddy reads really challenging to do because it makes it feel like homework for me.
yeah.
So they don't help motivate me at all. It like takes my motivation away. Okay. We got an 8, which you cannot see because I'm terrible at holding up dice, which on a d12 is, guess what? 40 minutes again. At least they're consistent, you know? Um, like sticking right around that 40-minute mark. Are you feeling like we can do another 40-minute sprint, or is that feeling too long or too short for you, Clementine?
No, it's okay.
Okay, cool. Hopefully, I won't fall asleep in the middle of it. I might need to
Hopefully.
step away to grab something else to drink just to like keep me
Mm-hmm.
here. Um, yeah. Alrighty, let's do, my friends. Let's do. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
I am waning, Clementine. I'm waning.
Aw. And I had such a big like reveal, such a huge like plot twist and scene right now. So I'm really on the other side of you. Like I understand.
I
We
am
can
both
have
tired
this.
and bored.
No, I'm so sorry. I think it's time to have it be our last sprint then and just chat a few minutes with
Yeah.
the people. But yeah.
Yep, that checks out. Oh, goodness gravy. I don't know why I feel so extremely tired. It's only 8 p.m., but I think it's just Maria, I think I have to, and I didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
because I really thought that like I don't know. But I think it's the right I'm so maybe it's because I'm tired. I am legitimately tired. But also
Sure.
I'm bored and I haven't read it at all in between reading it
Well,
on here for
yeah,
sprint.
which you usually do.
Yeah.
Even if you were like moderately interested in some of them or whatever, you would still continue and then say like, oh, I DNF'd it or oh, I finished it or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's probably time to call it. I hit 60%. I think this
Yeah.
book is just hard for me because I like the beginning so much. And
Mm.
then this middle part gets really boring. And then I remember being kind of dazzled by the ending. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I also remember not really understanding the ending because I hadn't followed this bit in the middle.
I
Um,
see. Yeah.
and so the fact that it's happening again, that I'm still not following the bit in the middle, it's like, oh gosh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
should just get rid of them. I should just unhaul the series and call it
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
And Michelle did some progress too. She got from M to R in her encyclopedia,
Hmm.
Slavic, Germanic, Norse mythology. Nice, Michelle.
Fun.
So I didn't manage to finish my book today, but I have like 150, 160 pages left, so I will finish it
That's not too
tomorrow for
bad.
sure.
You made a ton of progress. Just like visually, you made a lot of progress.
Oh
Like
yeah, no,
looking at
no.
where your bookmark looked before and where it looks now. Like you're so far through. You did
I know.
awesome.
This book like seems also very big, but it's also like it's very quick. It's a very quick read. Yeah, I'm three-quarters of the way through now. I think like the chapters being really short really helps, and there's always things happening, you know. Um,
Right.
there was a little bit of a lull, but like now we're like in the end game kind of thing. So
Very
like
good.
yeah. And what just
Yeah.
happened, I don't even know what's gonna happen now. I'm like my jaw is on the floor. Is
Michelle,
it
it is weird. The fact that it's an illustrated encyclopedia is a little bit better, but yeah, no,
but
this is
also
strange.
it's Michelle who
It's a
doesn't
coffee
DNF
table
books
book.
at all, so it doesn't surprise me. Um
Yeah, what else are we gonna tell her to do? Oh well, Michelle, feel free to check in with Maria, maybe in a private venue about that.
yeah,
For sure. Yeah, I especially with the holidays approaching and Thanksgiving coming,
sure.
I hope that everyone's family is doing well and that we're all safe and
Yeah,
happy and healthy and all of those wonderful things.
agreed. And on this lovely note, I think we will sign
Cool.
off. Wish everyone in the US or outside the US who is celebrating have a great Thanksgiving
Happy
week.
Thanksgiving.
Hopefully,
Sorry,
you can
my
spend some time with your loved ones, family,
yes.
friends, whoever. And
And hopefully we'll be back for sprint soon, maybe for a little bit
Yeah.
longer than tonight. Sorry, my friend. All right. Good night, everyone. Love you all, etc.
Bye.